Hey, good morning. This is Ahmed Mustafa from Brown Dog Realty, and
Jeremiah J-Man Monero with Remax Realty Group.
And we are part of the GRAR technology team. And today we're going to talk to you about one of the neat features that GRA offers all its members, called
Instanet Solutions.
So Jeremiah, where is Instanet found?
Well, I'm on Fusion, and it's right here on your home screen depending on how you've customized your page. I'll just click on that, but right here it's in the resources section under Forms and Facts Instanet. You want to log in to Instanet Forms.
And so this will open a new window, so you have to make sure your pop-up blocker is not blocked.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. Now, we want to create a new transaction. You can do it from, this is my desktop, how I've set it up and how I like to use it every day. But let's say you start here on this home screen. You're going to start a new transaction. Today, just for demonstration purposes, we're going to do a new listing. So transaction name, you can name it the property address, 123 Anywhere Street is popular. If I can spell correctly. Anywhere. Transaction type, whether it's a residential listing, sale, commercial listing, etc. You're the listing agent, and just start transaction.
So this is a great place to store a lot of central data common to the transaction, right? Including your listing client's name and some of the other details about the property?
Correct. This is basically an online solution to manage your real estate business. You can store forms on here and everything related to the entire transaction.
So what are some common forms you would add to a listing, Jeremiah, and where are they?
Well, right here under Instanet Forms, you have Quick Start Groups. The Quick Start Groups make it easy. That's already grouped together what you would need for a listing. Whether or not the house was built before 1978 or after will include the lead paint addendum. So let's say the imaginary house that we're listing is built before 1978. I'm going to click that. Add selected forms to the transaction. Now, you see in this group you have everything you need except for your MLS input sheet.
So where can I find that?
Again, drop down box here, add new forms. Use the little orange arrow there. It'll be under individual forms.
Okay, is there a way to add more than one form at a time, or do I have to click every form individually?
That's a great question, Ahmed. Yeah, the control button, you can select more than one form at the same time. So we're going to add the MLS input sheet here, but if we wanted to add multiple, you use the control key and add it like that. But we're just adding single family residential MLS data input sheet. Okay. And it's been added into the transaction.
Great. So once we've got these forms, Jeremiah, how can we use them to make our transaction process more efficient?
Well, first step for me would be to add the seller's name into the transaction so that can auto-populate to all the forms.
All right, can you show us how to do that?
Over here to your left, you have a sidebar and that has contacts/participants. So I'm going to click on that and add a new transaction contact. We have many transaction contact types listed here. We're adding a seller into the transaction. If you have more than one seller, I would add each one individually. First, the husband, and then go in and add the second seller. And we'll do that maybe for demonstration purposes. John, seller. John Seller. Make sure you have their email address in there. You can fill out as much or as little of this as you want, but if you do have their address, their cell phone number, and their email address, this will also auto-populate your admin.
Right, so that can make documents on the back end a lot easier to fill in, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Whoops, I don't want to do that yet. I like to add them to my contacts and then save contact information.
So now, if we go back to our documents, there's a way to populate the seller's information into all these forms, right?
Correct. Now, rather than check each form individually, you can check this box at the top, and it checks all of them for you. And then again, anything you want to do, if you see here it says I would like to, and then select from your drop-down box. Auto-populate all forms.
Okay, let's do that. So now if we click on one of those forms, John Seller should be in there, right?
Correct.
So you can see, Jeremiah, that John Seller is already filled in, so it's neater, and it's very easy to read, and it saves you having to write it multiple times in the document. Right? And it also has put in your information, Jeremiah's.
Correct. As the listing agent, you're logging in on your Fusion, so Instanet knows who you are, company you work for, and will auto-populate that through the transaction.
Now, can this document be saved?
Absolutely. You see here, anything you want to do with this document, whether it's save it, print it, even send it, can be done here.
And if so, how is this what format is this document saved in? A Word document or a PDF?
It's a PDF.
So that means that other people can't edit it afterwards. So it's a secure document to send around for review and signature.
Correct.
All right. Well, thanks, Jeremiah. I think this is a great introduction to DocBox and some of its benefits.